No, no. Yes.
Yeah! Do it, John. Do it.
Give him tiny CPR. Tiny breaths. Come on, Miracles. It like kind of looks like flies or just chaff or. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's hurts.
You're a good man, but you're too much. I sure wish I could have met you guys on myself. Or if I'm gonna leave, je t'aime.
No. I can't. I'm so angry.
Roll on two.
What on earth?
I hate this movie. I'm never gonna watch this movie again. People could have picked Jaws on the pole.
Yeah, this is your fault.
Bring her to John.
Did you ever see a dream of
John will fix that lemon in her head.
He put his hands on me. He took my bladder infection away.
It's true. We came home that day, he was all there.
Not in front of the boys.
You're talking about taking John Coffey to her. What is this?
Hey,
You're lying to me.
stick out your arms like a good lad.
No, I won't do it. You can't make me fool you. You're wrong about that, you know.
It's like dressing a toddler.
Please don't put me in with Wild Bill. Please don't.
No.
You wouldn't think that.
You don't need to have him chained up for nothing.
Have you met the man? He is so kind. You cannot chain a man like that. As a healer. Take care of it, John Coffey. Take care of it. Come on.
You threw the Kleenex.
No, I'm not crying. I just feel sweaty. Oh my gosh.
Daddy John is present.
Miss St. Christopher, I want you to have it, Mr. Coffey. Wear it for me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Joe.
smarter than he looks. He has some plans.
Ooh, buddy.
Oh. Whoa.
What you looking at?
No.
Uh-uh.
No.
I wonder what my dreams are gonna be like.
I know.
Ooh, freaking
It's
out.
gonna get weird.
I'm really freaking out about my dreams.
Anything special you want to eat for dinner that night?
Asked for cornbread.
His wife's
Maybe some of that fine cornbread that Mrs. makes, if she don't mind.
Tell me what you want me to do. You want me to take you out of here? On the day of my judgment, when I stand before God, and he asks me, why did I kill one of his true miracles? What am I going to say?
You tell God the Father it was a kindness you done. I'm tired, boss. Tired of being on the road, blowing as a smell in the rain. Mostly I'm tired of people being ugly to each other.
There must be something we can do for you, John.
Ain't never seen me a flick of show.
I am heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness lies.
But these angels just like a man.
Wipe your face before you stand up, Dean.
Yes.
Please, Paul. Don't put that thing over my face. Don't put me in the dark. I was afraid of the dark.
I have to give the
You give them what they love. That's how it is every day. All over the world.
hold on to.
Sometimes the Green Mile seems so long.
How exactly does one function?
How do we feel?
Like our subscribers hate us.
Yeah, that was You really brought me in for a marathon.
I know.
Damn.
Sorry, that was quite the induction.
Hey, person who doesn't ever watch TV or movies, you should watch this 3-hour movie.
I'm so sorry.
You guys ate me.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
That was terrible.
If they were gonna kill that mouse on the last scene, if he just stopped breathing, I was gonna throw something.
But that, like, what he was talking about was wanting to die. So if the,
Yeah.
if the mouse had died in that last scene, it would have been hope that he's also gonna die.
Yeah.
How made you
Did
love
it
the
win
characters?
awards?
I
It
think it did.
better. I'll check it.
Siri? Siri Alexa? And also, I want to know more about the actor that played John Coffey.
I
Unfortunately.
don't remember what his
No.
name. He died a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably been about 10 years or so.
Yeah.
He died pretty young.
Yeah.
Really?
Quite young. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think it was like his heart or
incredible
something.
acting.
my
Yeah.
Like-
gosh. Is he actually that big?
Yes.
Or
He is very big. He's not like
They
big like they
cast
portray.
that,
They portray
but
yeah,
him
it
as,
was
like,
like
big.
illustration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Like
he's
an
like
Andre
big,
the Giant situation.
Yeah.
Because there was a show that he was in, and it was like a spin-off of Bones called The Finder. And it was supposed to be like this comedy crime-solving thing, and he was in it, and he was really funny. And then it only lasted for one
Michael
season 'cause he
Clark.
died.
It did not win any. I mean, it's won some like lower.
Seriously?
Award.
I was gonna say that's like a
Award
performance of
shows
the
are
decade.
rigged.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Trash.
Man,
Does it shade your thoughts on the death penalty at all?
Lord. I'm very thankful that things that brutal don't exist anymore. That's very hard to watch. Yeah, like people coming to watch. No.
Yeah.
Do people watch Lethal Injection, or is that...
No. They have to have witnesses. I don't know if it's like a buy a ticket, come and watch kind of thing, but they have to have people that see it, right? Through the glass. Yeah. It's hard. It's complicated. Like, justice is kind of an impossible thing to, like, make perfect in a completely imperfect world and amongst imperfect people, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, somebody, Wild Bill, deserves to be in prison for the rest of their life. Prisoners are so expensive. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that's, like, as far as I get in my thought process of it. Like.
Right. Like serial killers.
Right.
Like, there's no doubt about what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that is kind of where I stop at the process, too, because there's no point. You're like, yeah, kill them. Especially when you, like, I can't imagine a time where, like, forensics
Yeah.
wasn't
seriously.
a thing.
Yeah.
to,
Like, oh, he was there. Must be the. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
there's
know
still people
miracles.
today that are, like, 20 years later getting out because of forensics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you kill them all when they first go in, I mean...
Yeah. Those stories are horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You read about those more frequently.
Well, this movie was a bummer.
Why do you
So-
think John didn't leave?
Like when he's given a chance to run.
Like,
He seemed to have that pretty mapped out. I know he wasn't a chatty fella, but
how
He
old
didn't-
was he?
yeah.
That's
Right.
like, how long had he been doing this? How old was he?
well, he even said, he's
He
like,
could've
I'm
been-
tired of being alone, and
Yeah.
it made it seem like he's been around for a while. Well, he's talking about how tired he is.
And it was clear he had, like, with a higher power, also kind of a higher level at which he was kind of thinking and seeing the world. So, like, who knows what he could see, you know, that isn't as black and white as, like, there's all sorts of other things that he was picking up on and sensing of, like,
Yeah.
when it's time to go, it's time to go. We see that happen with the human body a lot of times. Like, there's things in a person that know when it's time to let go of something. So, special thanks to Stephen King.
He wrote it, didn't he?
No! Yeah, that's what all of this was. No way! It's based on a novel of his. A Stephen King novel?
I think so.
Oh, where have I been?
Not reading Stephen King.
No, I was homeschooled.
I did appreciate how they definitely came in with the humor after the heavy scenes.
Yeah, just enough
Like-
to get us to that.
Right.
Stop the mouse. Good
Like,
grief.
I appreciated the justice for Percy. Didn't
Yeah,
like him.
that was satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Very
That was
satisfying.
really satisfying.
Will I ever watch this movie again? No. Never will I ever.
I don't think you need to. You know,
You
it's
don't.
like
This isn't one you just sit down for fun.
it was a very good movie, a very hard.
I can't believe it
Wow.
didn't win stuff.
I know.
I mean, Dale's execution is probably going to stick with me
Yeah,
for a
like.
bit. Yes.
I already hated you, Percy.
Yeah, that was
Already hated
disgusting.
you.
Yes.
What a kid. Like, what a child.
You know, I don't see
It's a
him
brain
in much
tumor.
other things. Like all the other actors, I kept thinking, oh, I've seen them in this and there and that.
You're good at that though. You can put faces to things.
But
I'm not
him?
good at that.
You're much love to you.
I don't remember seeing him in much. I wonder if he's like a Joffrey, where he's just done acting after playing the worst person ever and everybody hates you.
For real.
Good night. Wow, he was a tool.
All right, bye.
See you never.
I do love that Billy got killed.